Beginning season is over, which means we can start putting on some weight before Christmas, but it also means that we can recap all movies that came out this summer. Which one of these we liked, and which one of these we would like to forget, and which one of these we've already forgotten. Stick around to find out.
Yeah, for a second there, it seemed like a legitimate podcast, dude. Good job. Good job, you convinced me.
Thanks.
Filmy, seroše a občas sračky. Podcast jednou za čas přijde vhod. Usedněte s pivkem do sedačky. Je tu Imperial Pod.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Imperial Pod, the podcast, the Czech podcast about movies, TV shows, games, and sometimes we talk about lots of bullshit. This time we're talking about summer movies, right?
Yes.
And why are we talking in English? Because we're Czech podcast, right? And usually we speak in Czech.
I don't know, because we like speak English, so...
No. That's not it. That's not it.
What is it then?
Well, because we have a lot of friends from abroad, and they would like to listen to what we're
That's
talking about, and
right.
they're like, "Can you do one in English for us?" And we're like, "Sure."
You mean like all your friends playing your game?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, this is maybe a little revelation about us, because people might not know much about us.
What's the revolution?
The revelation is that I work with a lot of foreign people in my profession, and a lot of them are maybe from India, and a lot of them are from
The different parts of the world.
a lot of them are young and are basically kids from all around the world.
Okay.
And they, for some reason, they like me. Well, not for some reason.
Yeah, please let us know in comments why can someone actually like Cuba. Which comes to a different thing. We didn't introduce ourselves. I'm Ricky. Hi.
Yeah.
And you are Cuba,
And
right?
I'm the smart one.
My co-host.
Yeah. So I'm Jacob, Kuba, Vamber, whatever.
Yeah.
But like I was saying, my profession, I'm dealing with a lot of foreign kids, and they follow me on Facebook and social media and so on. And I always say, "Hey, I have this podcast. It's pretty bad." And they're like, "I want to listen to it, but it's in Czech. Can you do one in English?" I'm like, "We'll try," and then we do. And Ricky, my co-host, helps me. Or does it,
That's
and
right.
and I help him.
When someone asks me, well, I always do we do a podcast. It's really bad. It's badass podcast. That's what I'm saying.
So you're basically lying to them.
Yes.
Okay. You
It's kind of
evil
like
bastard.
clickbait without clicking. It's listen bait.
Listen-
Talk bait. I don't know.
Yeah. okay.
Anyways, yes,
what are we talking about today, Ricky?
about the summer season movies. There were plenty of movies. What do you think? Was that a good summer for movies? Was that summer? Was that really bad summer?
Well, we had some pretty we have hits,
And we have shit.
and we have shit films, and then we have some movies which can only be summarized by meh.
Yeah. I think let's get straight into it, right?
All right, and you
Yeah.
want to start with the Big
Yeah,
Bang?
I think we're just gonna go with the first movie that came out, and yes, we are counting Avengers as a summer movie because I know it came out in the last week of March because it was originally scheduled to, in April, but it was originally meant to be released in beginning of May, which is traditionally start of the summer
Whatever,
movie
it's a
season.
summer movie.
So yes,
We're
it's
counting
Avengers.
it.
And
Deal
it's
with it.
Blockbuster. And
sorry, I just said deal with it.
yeah,
And as I said it,
I am dealing with it.
No. They should deal with it. But as I said it, you might be my witness. But the sunglasses came slowly to my eyes and were like.
So it's so
yeah.
dark in here, so I didn't really see it. Sorry, man.
Do you like people wearing sunglasses inside?
It depends if they're cool, like me. Then
Well,
it's fine.
okay, so you're that sort of person because
Yeah.
it's always sunny in douchebag town. Yeah.
That's right.
All right. Anyways, first thing we're talking about Avengers: Infinity War.
Yes.
Okay, so we're starting with the best one, probably.
No.
So yeah, from this point onwards, the podcast is going downhill.
Yeah. The May was supposed to be like the best month in movies in a long time, which kind of happened in like two thirds. It happened really. it really paid off because we got like 3 major movies coming out that month.
Right.
Which was Avengers, Deadpool 2, and Solo Story.
Yeah, we're going to be talking about those
Yeah.
movies as well. Yeah.
But
Let's start
with Avengers.
Yeah. Who wants to?
I think
mean,
we can do spoilers for Avengers. It's almost like it's a long. It's out on Blu-ray.
Okay, so
it's
you've been
out
warned.
on
You've been warned.
DVD.
Spoiler warning.
Spoilers
for
for
Avengers.
Avengers now.
Everybody fucking dies in Avengers, right?
Almost.
Yeah. I had to. I had to see it for the second time, probably even third time, but this was sick pleasure of mine. First time I went to see it, it was probably the premiere or something, and
Yeah.
I was shocked. I was disappointed, but disappointed in a good way, like depressed.
Yes.
is probably a better word. So I was very depressed, and I wanted to see it again, but not because I wanted to see the movie again, but because I wanted to see the reaction of my friends again. So I went in there with my friend, and we were watching it, and then the ending happened, and I'm watching him instead of the movie, and he's so confused, and I'm fucking loving it.
There you go.
I'm a evil bastard. It's the same reason why what I really enjoy is because I read all the Song of Ice and Fire books, the Game of Thrones books, and then watching people watch
Reacting to
the big
big thingies,
big thingies, character dying and so on. I'm a twisted fuck. Let's just say that.
Yeah.
So Avengers were my jam.
Yeah, I must say I was really pumped about the movie before it came out. After I went to see it 2 times in the cinema, and then watch it like two more times after it was released on a DVD, on Blu-ray, and I must say I don't enjoy the movie that much on like third and fourth watching. I felt like it was like the original reaction was like, oh wow, that's like the best movie I've ever seen. A lot of actions and pretty much like action non-stop, and there's always something happening, which is really important. There are like no blind spots within the film where they're like, okay, that's just filler, and yeah, I have to get to somewhere.
You couldn't possibly do
uh,
any filler in a movie which revolves around 500 characters,
That's
you know.
right. So yeah, I must say, like, for a third or fourth watching, it doesn't do that well for me, to be honest.
Ricky, I'll be honest. I don't think that the movie is designed for like people
the
watching it
first
for
one,
the fourth
the
fucking
second
time.
one is like awesome, and then there's just like action. There's not that many like Easter eggs that you can, like some of these movies that you can watch it for the third or fourth or fifth time, and then it's like, oh my god, I've never noticed that thing which is in the background. That's amazing. That completely changes the tone of the film. No, it's not like that. But
It's not like that, but for a very good reason, though.
Yeah.
Like you seriously, cannot. I mean, you must recognize the tremendous achievement that these guys like.
oh yeah, of course. Yeah, I'm just saying that. Like,
Making this ensemble work and have dozens and dozens of character bounce off of each other and work.
Yeah.
And everybody is sort of like happy. That every character got their really nice moment in the spotlight. I think that this is a tremendous cinematic achievement and it should be praised. And the fact that you didn't like it for the fourth time means that you enjoyed it for the first 3 times, which is probably more than you can say about any other movie that we have on the list.
Well, we'll see.
I'm
saying-
curious. It's
when
the
I'm
Predators,
saying- when I'm
isn't it?
saying- no. Well, shut up about that, please. Can we roll into a different one? Another one? Next one? That came
Oh,
out after
you're
Avengers?
running away from the
Yes,
fight.
I am. No, because I have a segue.
Okay.
Now, watching Deadpool 2
Yeah.
for a third time.
Why would you?
Because, like, if you're watching the super duper cut or whatever it's called, the extended director's cut,
Yeah.
there's like so much new stuff going
Watch
on.
it 2
and
times
it's
then.
amazing.
First time's in the cinema, the second time on the.
I mean, like, yeah, it's good. I actually watched it last night, and yeah, it's pretty good. You get the Hitler scene in the end. Like,
Oh, right, I heard
Spoiler
some-
alert!
I heard-
Deadpool kills Hitler when he's like baby.
Is it? Oh.
Yeah.
Okay, maybe that's the reason why they didn't put it in. Is it funny? Killing a baby.
It's well, you don't see killing it, but you only see the struggle of Deadpool going like, oh, okay, this is tougher than I thought. Oh, come on, and then he takes like then he takes a thing like a black marker and
And he puts
he has to draw a wee Hitler mustache on the baby,
Yeah.
just like to make it easier for him.
Yeah,
But
I can
was
see
a
why
good-
they didn't
that was
put
a
it in the
great-
movie release.
Yeah.
In the
But,
theater release.
yeah, Deadpool in general, even just the standard version we got back in May, it's pretty good. I think it was
you
probably,
summed it up.
Yeah,
It is. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah.
It's much of the same thing like the first one was, except the moment of surprise from the first one is gone. I think because everybody
exactly.
knew what to expect, right? And the second one is doing the same thing that the first one did, except with more budget. You know, everything is a bit more like shiny and so on.
yeah.
but
you
it's
get new
just
characters and
but for
good
me,
characters.
good well, some of them are, some of
Okay.
them not so much. But I think that the magic was a little bit gone for me because I saw it before. The first one was so magical because I never thought it's
The movie can be like that,
even
yeah.
possible that a movie could take a piss like this. So for me, Deadpool 1 still remains the king of like the mocking genre of all
Yeah.
the big ass movies. So Deadpool 2, it was a fun time. For me, quite forgettable.
Yeah. Do you reckon we're getting more Deadpools in the future?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Even if it's
for
like under Kevin Feige's.
Yes,
Control?
I think for the Deadpool movies they're going to want to retain some sort of independence a little
Yeah.
bit because they work so well right now because Ryan Reynolds is heavily involved and so on. So I think that if Kevin Feige actually started, being involved in the process of making it much more, it would maybe somehow jeopardize the fun
Yeah.
aspect of the movies.
But on the other hand, Deadpool's probably the easiest franchise to if they ever thinking of Deadpool joining the MCU, because that would be just like one line of dialogue in the movie. It's like, all right, so we were Fox and I guess we're Disney now, so yeah. deal with it.
Yeah.
And that's it.
I
You
I
can't do that.
I don't want that
Yeah.
happening. I don't want
Well,
that
I'm just
happening.
saying,
Is it like after credit scene, like a jokey scene, whatever? But can you imagine everybody's dissolving into ash, and Deadpool's saying his typical catchphrase, "Look at my balls."
Well, let's get some chimichangas from my bones.
Yeah, I mean he's fun, but he wouldn't work in a more
Yeah,
serious movie.
he wouldn't,
so-
yeah.
No, he wouldn't.
I think he has to retain his own universe. Yeah.
So Deadpool, fun movie, definitely not the mediocre one, definitely not the bad one. It's just I don't feel like I want to watch it again. So
Okay, give it a time.
that's my verdict.
Maybe
All right.
maybe watch the extended cut. Next one.
Well, I'm definitely going to watch at least the scene.
Yes.
With,
Yeah, you should.
Deadpool killing a baby Hitler. I mean, that's yeah.
Yeah, fair enough.
I gotta see that. It's not for
Everybody
my-
wants to see.
I said it before, like,
baby, right? No, he's not supervillain. He's an anti-hero.
What?
The Deadpool
Hitler.
is anti-hero. No.
Oh God. Okay. For 1 second there, I was like, who am I doing this podcast with?
Well, depends on the point of view, my friend.
Hitler is not a villain; he's an anti-hero. Ricky, what the fuck? All right, okay. I'm glad that we resolved that issue.
Okay, let's move to another one, which was bad, and that was Solo. I don't know how many Solo Star
All
Wars,
right, solo story.
Yeah, that.
Do we have to talk about this one?
It is also out on Blu-ray. I gave it a chance. I just couldn't finish watching it. I just like it's just so boring, and yeah,
It was boring, wasn't it?
it's boring. There's like nothing really happening, and there's loads of like, oh look at that, that's how he got his blaster, and oh look at that as Lando, and so you got some sort of nostalgia in it, but it doesn't really bring anything new about the character. I don't necessarily mean like Alden Ehrenreich, who
He did good job.
who played Han Solo, that he was bad. No, he wasn't. He was okay. It's just like the whole thing. There was like reshoots, and I think it's changed a lot from the original.
If anything, I think it took
Script.
away from the Han Solo we know from New Hope, right? Because all of a sudden, can you imagine the young kids who are watching these movies, as they shouldn't,
Yeah.
but they're watching them, the prequels, then the originals, and maybe then the new ones.
Mm-hmm.
And the Han Solo, they want to know, they want to do it consecutively. So they're watching the first one, this one,
Mm-hmm.
and then New Hope. And they're like, I know all this, like this is his blaster, this is why he said, I know. when Princess Leia said "I love you" because he said it to Lando. Fuck off! I don't want that. I don't want it.
Yeah.
I don't want it. I hate it. I like before we started this, I was like Han Solo. Okay, it was fine. It was forgettable. But now we're talking about it. I fucking hate this movie.
Yeah, it didn't really bring anything.
How can you fuck up the Kessel Run? It was.
Yeah.
Did it need to be there? Nobody fucking wanted this movie.
To be honest, that wasn't like the worst part of the movie for me. The worst part was just like everything.
Oh right, okay, brilliant.
No, it's just like these little things. They're like, "What is your name, Han? What is your second name? I don't have any. Who are your people? I don't have any people. A Solo then. Ah, fuck no.
That was so obvious. But what I like from
like
that,
someone who's that stubborn wouldn't let anyone else to name him.
you right
Or like, okay, for administrational purposes, fine, let's just put down a Solo. I'm gonna choose my own name, like Han Superstar or
yeah.
Han Black
I have a
Hole.
question for you.
I don't know.
If this was a name that was picked for him by imperial bureaucrat, would you keep that name and name your son Solo? And name him Ben Solo after a ridiculously old hermit man that you met for 2 hours in your life?
Well, no, probably
And
not.
I have a follow-up question to this. Why the fuck is Luke?
but well,
wait. This is an
okay.
important question. Yeah, we need to get to the bottom of that, or just realize the ridiculousness of the situation.
Okay, this won't be a short podcast.
Yeah. I'm like little rant of mine. Yeah, why in New Hope is Luke so devastated that Obi-Wan died, and Princess Leia is comforting him, even though her whole planet was destroyed just hours prior. You know, she is the true hero of this story,
Yeah.
isn't she?
Yeah,
And Luke is just a whiny bitch.
And that's where I'm coming in with the answer for your question.
Yeah.
Why would they name their son Ben?
Yeah. Why?
Because Ben Kenobi,
Yeah.
aka Obi-Wan Kenobi,
Yeah.
he's the one who secured the what was her name, who died and gave birth to Luke and Leia, and that was
Padme?
Padme. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he was the one who got her back to like nursing hospital or something, and they just like made it,
Who told them that?
what?
Bail
No, I don't know.
Organa told them that?
I didn't know that at the time.
Think it through, dude. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Like Star Wars is full of
Okay,
stupid
got
stuff,
it.
man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
So-
timeline's really fucked, to be honest.
Yeah. Okay. Well, Han Solo is boring.
But-
it's dull. It ruins the legacy of
Yeah.
Han Solo,
And
and,
I'm
we don't like it.
And I'm so happy that Disney actually like recently admitted that like, yeah, we probably rushed it and there's like way too many Star Wars projects going on. So
Let's put a break on everything.
yeah, let's just like do episode 9, release it, and then take like 10 years break.
10 years break.
Yeah,
Are you
just
serious?
like
They're
it.
never going to take 10 years break.
Yeah.
It's too
Yeah,
much
no.
money involved.
No,
Anyway.
yeah,
Yeah, let's move on.
let's move on.
Let's move on. Let's
Okay.
forget about this.
Yeah, I got a film which you haven't seen,
Yeah.
and it's the copy of the Venom movie, and potentially it's gonna be much better than the Venom movie.
It's the copy of the Venom movie that isn't released yet.
Yeah.
So isn't Venom copy of this movie?
I don't know. Well, everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, this Venom movie sucks." But remember the Upgrade movie, which was like pretty much the same, but like way better.
Well, if you hadn't mentioned it, I wouldn't even know that this movie existed. So
Yeah, it's actually it's pretty good. It's I don't know what's the guy's name, but he looks pretty much like a
Discount Tom Hardy, yeah.
Discounted Tom Hardy. It's good. It has sort of like a B movie vibe, yeah. But it's really good. It's like near future world, and the guy is like implanted with a super duper computer chip that allows
super duper computer.
yeah that allows that allows him to be controlled by the chip completely and like can do things that he could never done before. Yeah, it's interesting. You should watch it actually.
I watched the trailer.
Watch it before Venom comes out, and then compare it with Venom.
Like, because we're doing this podcast, yeah, I'm going to have to watch the Venom movie. But I'll be completely honest with you, I have zero.
Yeah, I'm going next week.
Like, I really don't want to see that movie. It really does look to me like all the Marvel TV stuff that they're doing.
Yeah.
Everything is dark. Everything is like, very serious, very, I just don't want to.
Yeah, there's nothing really that was like, oh, that looks cool. I should really go and watch it. Even the CGI of the suits, I don't really dig it.
Yeah, the part where part of his face comes off and he's just, we are Venom. I don't know.
Well, that's a topic
Anyway,
for a different one.
But okay, so in the scale of the movies that we're talking about today, you would highly recommend the Upgrade movie?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah?
It's pretty good. It kind of feels unfinished, the movie, the way
That's not what you want, is it?
But it leaves the door open.
Does it have ending?
Oh yeah, it does. But it's there is a point where the movie ends. Yes, it has
thank you.
ending.
Okay,
So it's
okay.
not like continuous movie,
Yeah.
which is happening right now, and so on and so on. But yeah,
You would just have anti-film frames.
no,
at the end.
which kind of is like, right? Wow, there's like, okay, wow, that happened, and like, end credits, like, what? It's sort of like Inception kind of thing. It's like, was that really a dream? Was it not? Which actually that was
You know,
that
it was revealed,
already
right?
answered. Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe spoiler for Inception as well. That's
Yes.
a sentence that I didn't expect that I would say
Uh-huh.
today. The ending means that it's true. It's not a dream.
It's real, yes.
Every scene where Michael Caine is present is the real thing.
Is the real world.
So
There we go.
Thank you for spoiling
One
that,
of
Chris Nolan.
One of the biggest like mysteries of our generation was revealed. I can die peacefully now.
Why would you reveal that?
I don't know.
It's whatever.
Let's move
It
on.
let's move on. I'm getting pissed again.
Okay, Ocean's 8. You haven't seen it, so this is
no.
sort of my segment. I am so angry with this movie, Ocean's 8, because it looks alright. There's some very talented actresses playing.
There's a lot of pretty ladies in there.
Yes, I mean, like Sandra Bullock,
Yep.
Kate Winslet, they're doing really good. But the movie is like 93.5% copycat of
All right,
the
everyone, fine. Did you get
Ocean's,
your
Ocean's 11?
copy meter with you into the
Yes.
cinema?
Because
93.7.
it just, like, it starts off exactly the same as the Ocean's 11. And it follows the same structure. It's sort of like they take the script of the Ocean's 11 and it's like, okay, so we do that. Okay, we don't have Danny Ocean, so we just put the different name on it. Okay, they meet here, so okay, they can't meet in there, so they'll meet somewhere else. And there's like a twist.
Does it end the
in
same way?
What does it end?
Does it end?
Yeah, yes, it
does
does.
it end? So it's not like Upgrade then?
No.
Okay, good.
No, I mean, probably the movie is fine, but I was just like, I was so disappointed that it didn't try anything original. It even has like same iconic music as in Ocean's 13, Ocean's 11, and it just please no.
Okay.
And
Okay.
I think
won't
like
force you.
sometimes like the Sandra Bullock's character, what's her name?
Ocean.
Ocean. Debbie Ocean.
Ocean.
Deborah.
Oh.
Deborah Ocean, short Debbie. I think she was sometimes a little bit over the top characters. It was like, I was like, okay, that's
What
like.
do you mean, like cartoony or?
No. It's just like I didn't really buy it. It's just like someone can be like that, and it's like,
What?
because like Danny Ocean was like very charismatic, very calm, very peaceful, and he always had the plan.
Yeah.
But she was just like, oh yeah, let's just do this, and she was just like
Wait,
way too tough,
Let
way
me get-
too tough.
Let me get
That's
let
the
me get
wing.
this straight. So you complain about the movie being a copy of the original one.
Yeah.
But if they took difference
Alright,
in the
okay,
main
I see
character,
what
you
you
don't
did
like
there.
that?
Nah,
Ricky.
nah, I wasn't really happy with the movie.
All right, well, we don't have to talk
Yeah.
about it anymore.
So let's get to a different one. A Jurassic World 2
Oh,
Fallen
God.
Kingdom. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll let you take this one as well.
Well,
I'll let you take this one as well.
oh, you haven't seen it.
I've seen the trailer, so I think I've seen. I'm qualified
Yeah,
to talk
pretty
about
much.
the movie.
There's like a, well, yeah. Well, if you've seen trailers, all 3, all 2, well, don't know how many of them there was.
If you listen to our fake review
In Czech.
in Czech, yeah, what are the chances? You haven't
you've
missed anything.
seen
Yeah.
90% of the movie. And
Arguably.
you've seen 100% of the Jeff Goldblum scenes, and there was just one.
Is that really
tiny-
it?
Yes.
Him talking and
Correct.
saying the two
Yes.
sentences.
He's just in the beginning, sort of like, oh well, so blah blah blah. And this is the island, and life always finds
Does he
a
at
way.
least open his shirt?
No. And
What?
He's not heavily breathing.
Come
Anyway,
on.
There's just like one minor twist.
Goldblum chest?
Twist,
okay.
which is also stupid.
Is that the clone thing?
Yes.
Yeah. No, please don't.
It kind of feels like that this movie is a filler between Jurassic World 1 and Jurassic World 3, which, again, I'm gonna say it again. I hope it's gonna be called Jurassic World War.
Jurassic World War.
Yes, please.
Well, they've been trying to put.
So basically, we had the dinosaurs on the island. Then
Yeah.
they moved them in America.
Yeah.
And the third one's gonna be dinosaurs in America.
Yeah.
And
Amazing.
yeah, and which
Are they finally-
which means like, oh my god, it's like a terrible being, and it's like it's a monster. It's gonna eat everyone, and it's Jurassic World. No, it's not. You have like tanks, and you have like airstrikes. You can just like kill one dinosaur with one little thingy.
That's one little thingy. Yeah. Okay. My
like
favorite.
C4.
Yeah, that's one little thingy. My favorite part is when they have this auction, right? And then there's the little guy, and he says, "Oh, look at that animal! It's like a tank." Are you serious, dude?
Oh, that one. Yeah.
Are you like? What is it? Pachycephalosaurus or what? I don't even know.
It's like the armored.
the armored
yeah.
one. But it's not like a tank, is it?
It
It's-
doesn't fire.
It doesn't
Like
do what you want
20 miles
it to do.
radius, yeah.
Yeah. And the Vince D'Onofrio from the first one, he always wanted to strap some fucking guns to it or something, and he said that they're more efficient than drone strikes. Are you crazy, you idiot? It's, I mean, look at the drones. They ate your ass at the end, you know? So this premise of these movies is weaponized dinosaurs. Are you mental?
I love that there is like this new hybrid, which is kind of like an Indominus. There was an Indominus Rex in the first one,
Yeah.
and now there's like a smaller one, Indominus Raptor,
Yeah.
which is more like the size of a raptor, so it's apparently more efficient. And it has one super ability that if you point someone with a laser pointer, like I mean on the gun laser pointer,
Yeah.
like infrared
Yeah.
pointer,
Yeah.
that it sees it and that's like, oh, that's my target.
Hey,
I'm
I
gonna
ha-
eat it.
Hey, I have a suggestion. Why are you pointing at the person? Why don't you fucking pull the trigger and kill the
Yes.
person?
Like if you actually see someone and you can point at him, then like you can always just like, yeah, that's it, thank you, and I don't have to send my dinosaur, which is worth $13 billion.
$13 billion. I'm going to go on a little rant here, so feel free
Again,
to feel
oh my
free.
god, we said this is gonna take for half an hour, and now it's half an hour. We're
Feel-
like
okay.
halfway through the list, man.
Feel free to edit this one
Jesus.
out, but it's just like
Edit it.
the original Jurassic Park was about a relationship between a man and nature, and about a man in his pursuit of knowledge and in pursuit of, you know, moving forward, that he's raping the nature. And is this right? Is this wrong? It was very philosophical, it was very smart, and it was very intriguing. These movies are about certain people trying to strap machine guns to dinosaurs' heads, and it's fucking stupid. And I hate these movies, and I will not watch them, even though this movie is probably the third most grossing movie of this summer season, isn't it?
Yes,
Right?
it is indeed. It made over $1 billion.
I feel depressed right now.
Yeah.
Let's
Which
move on.
definitely means that we're gonna get more of these.
Yes.
And one thing that makes it even worse, that Chris Pratt is playing in it and he's actively supporting the movie. I fucking love Chris Pratt.
I love his
and I
marketing.
hate that
Yeah.
he like stars in it and then he supports the movie and like do so much for it. Which, like, to be honest, like the campaign for the movie
I was
made
just
by
watching- yeah.
Chris Pratt on his Instagram,
Instagram, yeah,
was
yeah,
like
yeah.
way funnier and
Yeah.
way more exciting than the entire movie.
Yeah.
And-
This is how you do marketing cheap, yeah? You fly Chris Pratt all over the world and just point the camera at him and he's going to do stupid stuff and people are going to like it.
Exactly.
Anyway, next movie.
So another one. Okay, now is your chance because you've seen this movie.
Yeah.
Ant-Man and the Wasp.
I have nothing to say.
Really?
I
You haven't
mean,
seen it?
It was fine. It was fine. It was like a bit... it was like...
It's a very forgettable movie, isn't it?
It is forgettable. It is enjoyable. But I think that the worst thing about this movie was the timing. Because it came after something so grandiose, something so huge, like the Avengers: Infinity War,
Yeah, it was
and
like
everybody
small
was
scale
and
movie.
everybody was like expecting.
It was
something
definitely
major.
small scale. Small.
Oh, well done.
Badoons.
Yeah. All right, but I think that for many people it was lackluster, right? And it was because people were expecting big things to happen because they saw Avengers: Infinity War and they were expecting something similar. I mean, I wasn't because it's Ant-Man, and usually the climax of the movie is in kid's bedroom.
Yeah.
So yeah, but to me it was like nice
Yeah.
movie, enjoyable movie. Ant-Man was great. Paul Rudd, Evangeline Lilly, of course, Michael Douglas. Everybody was great in the movie. Even Michael Peña, of course, with his
Overdubbing.
overdubbing and scenes. So that was fun. Everything was fun. It's just that, the stakes were not there.
Yeah. It was literally like, okay, let's just we're gonna give you something like to laugh and like to have a good time.
But I think that that was also the point of let's do something that's cheap because compared to anything else, this movie was cheap.
Yes.
And it's like a change of tempo. It's a change of pace, so people would be able to breathe out a little bit before they jump into Captain Marvel and then Avengers: Infinity War, like not Avengers 4, you know. So I think that it's probably smart. It's just that fine. It's fine. The movie is fine.
It happened. It's there. It potentially unlocked like one of the biggest things that might have happened in MCU with the introduction of the microverse, quantum realm. Sorry, that's the word. Quantum realm, which may or may not play a big role in the
next
upcoming
Avengers.
movie. We'll see about that. I think it's like one bad thing about, or one flaw, is like that the trailers gave away too much.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
that happens.
So many jokes and so many like
All the action
magnificent
scenes.
action sequences. Yeah.
all the action, like all the game-changing action beats from the action scenes were revealed in the trailers. The giant Ant-Man, the building coming down, the car getting smaller and then getting bigger and throwing off the other car. All these things were stupid, but like stupid to reveal in the trailers. I mean, they were great
Exactly.
to watch it on the screen. What I'm excited about is that, well, as Kevin Feige said, this movie officially solidifies Evangeline Lilly or the Wasp as part of Avengers. So in the future, I'm excited about that because Evangeline Lilly is really good.
Yeah, but she doesn't want to have any spin-off, so there's
That's
not
fine.
going to be
That's fine.
Wasp or something.
I mean, that's fine.
Yeah. Cool.
Next movie.
Movie Skyscraper.
Haven't seen it.
Me neither. Well, I've seen 20 minutes and then I just like I just couldn't. So
I think we had more fun doing the fake review on the movie that we haven't seen and pretending that we've seen it than actually watching the movie.
Yeah, the reviews are not that good. Well, not that good. They're not good.
They're not good.
It's very easy, clearly marketed for China.
Yeah.
and so it's probably doing very well over there. Rock's so excited just to be in China. Oh, thank you very much! Like all these videos on Instagram.
Yeah, let me
like
do
being
my eyebrow thing.
Sweaty in the gyms, like I just finished like 5,000 pumps with these bench on this bench, and like thank you China, you're the best, and we're doing
who would win?
skyscraper.
One Dwayne Johnson or 100 Chinamen?
Probably Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. So hey, who would win? 10 horses or okay, you're looking at me like what the fuck?
What?
Whatever, forget I said anything. I was about to say
No,
a
now
stupid
I'm
joke.
intrigued.
What
was
do you call it? Like it's the human-sized Dwayne the Rock Johnson or 10 chicken-sized Dwayne the Rock Johnson versus
Okay,
Yeah.
no, that was like so bad, and I'm going to leave it in here,
No!
and I'm not going to edit this out.
No,
So
no.
you learn that you're not supposed to say bullshit on air.
Oh, like we always are very like
Yes.
you know,
Anyway.
anti-bullshit.
But next topic, I'm gonna moderate this for a bit. Yeah. Am I Fallout? Mission Impossible Fallout.
That was a good movie.
Good movie. That was the best movie of the summer.
Well, if you consider Avengers to be a summer movie, then I tend to disagree.
Okay, now we have a movie.
Wait! We did not do our thing. Mission Impossible Fallout.
Can you find the friction? There we go. We
Good.
almost
I'm
forgot.
happy now. I'm happy now. So yeah, so this song was part of the reason why I was aware of the movie, because the trailer was fucking sick. I really enjoyed it, and then I went to the movie and I enjoyed the movie as much as I thought that I would enjoy the movie, which was a lot. So good job. It was really good.
I think I've enjoyed it a bit more than what I expected. I was really like on the edge of the seat all the time, like
That must
until
have been
the end.
very uncomfortable.
I know it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was an amazing movie, man. What's wrong with you?
What do you mean? What's wrong with me?
You said it was good, but it's not the best. It's not the best.
It would be the best.
It's not the best.
It would. What?
Now I'm Cuba. It's not the best. Avengers is the best.
For me, Avengers were the best.
best. Shut up. Sorry, go on.
For me,
The best. Can fight the friction.
Avengers were for me the best.
Best?
Because they really, I mean, this is a thing that people talk about more and more, subverting expectations, because the last Star Wars movie tried to do it and failed spectacularly.
Yeah.
So for me, Avengers did it very well, and for me, the emotional impact that the movie had was much bigger than the Mission Impossible Fallout. That's why I enjoyed the movie more.
okay.
Mission Impossible Fallout was a ride. Was like adrenaline ride. There's an action scene that takes for like an
2
hour.
hours.
Yeah. So Tom Cruise is doing crazy stuff, like falling off a helicopter, climbing back in, then falling off again. You know, he's like a mental case.
Yeah.
So there's so many things I enjoyed about
It just
the movie.
feels so, you know, like the main comparison between these two movies is like the Mission Impossible. It feels so real.
What?
In terms of like you can see all these like stunts and there's like very little CGI involved, and like Tom Cruise hanging off the helicopter and jumping off the building and
But also
breaking his bones while doing it.
Oh,
and
right. But then also he has normal interaction with females, so I don't find it very believable.
Yeah, whatevs. But it's amazing. You got a Henry Cavill, which was
Who is
absolutely
great.
magnificent in that, and everybody in that movie, Vic Raines, Simon Pegg,
Yeah.
absolutely amazing.
Alec Baldwin.
Even Rebecca Ferguson. I really like her. I watched the Rogue Nation.
Oh, she's
Rogue
great.
Nation, yeah, the other
She's
day,
really good.
and which was the first, which is pretty much a prequel to this, and it's absolutely amazing, like how it all comes together. And now it's like it's not just like a separate films, and it actually follows some sort of storyline
Yep.
that goes on.
I hope that she's going to get, much more important role in the future. Because like she's a delight to watch on the screen.
Yeah.
She's a great actress, and I believe her that she's an action star. You know, because she's doing
And
a lot
she's
of.
a very good-looking woman.
I mean, yeah, I don't judge.
I mean, neither, but
looks.
but you can't.
But yeah, but-
you can't judge only like, oh, she's a good actress.
Yeah, and what
blah,
you-
blah,
you
blah.
know what
you
you ca-
always have to do like, she's very good looking.
Yeah, and you know what you can't do also.
No.
You can't write the fiction. Gotcha.
I'm not going to fight it.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay, so this is a seal of approval from Imperial Pod. We really like this movie. If you haven't seen it, why?
And it is the best. It is the best.
It's
Come on.
second.
It is the
best.
best. No, it's the
second
best.
Yeah. What's the next movie?
It's a megalodon.
And that's we have to say about the movie.
Yeah. We haven't seen this movie.
Yeah.
Because we wanted to, but then
Did
we were
we?
like, oh, I don't really want to. And you were like, yeah, me neither.
Well, the only
Let's not-
the only question I would have about the movie was like, what is that creature?
It's a megalodon.
Oh, there we go. You got your answer
Yes.
in the trailer. So why going to see it?
Okay,
Leave the poor animal alone. It was there
Right.
from like
Right.
pre era pre
Yeah.
ages, and now
Yeah,
Jason's-
pre-ages. That's how you call it, pre-ages.
prehistoric era.
Oh,
right?
thank you.
There we go.
Oh.
And so it was like peaceful living in the bottom of the ocean and just like just eating a plankton and all like little
Plankton,
smaller
yeah,
sharks.
right.
So it was actually
Smaller sharks.
So it was actually like helping us. So there's not as many sharks as there would be. So it's just
You
like
know that the
eating
sharks
smaller
are
ones.
almost extinct, right?
Yeah, but that's because
idiot.
Megalodon is eating all of them.
So why would you protect it then? So
What? All right. Okay. No, sharks are bad. Are sharks actually good for anything apart from
apart from
movies?
apart from being the whole ecosystem?
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine. Fair enough. But now there's a Jason Statham in his like turtleneck and bald head. And
Yeah.
like, I'm gonna have to kill it. Okay, that's
Yeah, fuck you then.
Like,
You're making a beautiful animal extinct. I'm on the side of the
I
shark.
want Megalodon to stay alive. Because
Yes, me too.
yeah,
I'm Team Megalodon.
me too.
Yes.
High five. Ow.
Just a second ago, you wanted to kill all sharks, but
That was
whatever.
almost
Let's-
as manly
you're going to-
handshake as in a Predator.
Speaking of,
The Predator. The Predator.
we started and it was really good, and I told you that from this point onward the podcast is going to go downhill and we're down in the gutter because this
We're
movie-
actually underground.
was it so bad?
Yeah, it's
I can't wait to hear your rant about this one.
I already heard that, but in Czech. But you haven't heard it in English.
I want to hear it in English.
Right. This movie, it started off actually fine. Just like the summer. It started off fine. I was like, okay, there's some good things. And
Yeah.
there's something came which was like, all right, well, okay. I'm not gonna let this thing destroy the movie. And then it just like fell apart spectacularly. And the end was just like mess, and it's like, oh, what are you doing with these? Like, why are you putting all these characters, and why are you putting in a character with a Tourette syndrome, and why there's like a super kid?
I didn't
who's,
even
like,
know about that. Is there a character with a rat?
Yeah, and it does always like the same like face.
These
Oh,
jokes,
what is he saying to me? Oh, he's just have a Tourette. It's like, oh,
these
okay,
jokes
yeah.
were funny in the 90s, dude.
Yeah, when no one really knew what that was.
Yeah.
But yeah, but so it has like.
I just can I
Okay,
I'm just going I just want
Next.
to the listeners I just want to describe how you looked just now. He had his eyes closed and his hand on the forehead, like which face palming so hard that I think that when he removed it, he had like a marking, like a red markings of his hand.
That's possible.
That's how bad the movie was.
It has some.
You look in pain.
Shush you. It has some real interesting ideas,
Are you okay?
which are not very well executed. I mean, there's a group of like damaged soldiers, which is fine, which is actually like interesting idea, but it's just like it was turned to R-rated comedy, and I actually realized that there is not that much of a Predator action in it actually.
Yeah.
So there's like a lot of action, like human hunting human and predator hunting predator, but you don't have enough of these, and so yeah, it's not good. Also, the predator, there's like a bigger one, is like all CGI. It doesn't feel as convincing as an original one back in the 70s.
What?
And I mean, like, what is happening with movies like Jurassic Park,
I
Predator, Alien? All things looked like way realer. Is that a word?
No, it's
more
definitely
real.
not. Realer.
Way more real. back in the day than they do now.
But Ricky, you know,
They over rely on the CGI.
you know, you can't fight it.
Yeah, because I already fought the friction.
Well played, sir. Well played. No, my time for my very short rant, I promise. The original Predator was so good because everybody expected it to be an action movie, and it turned out to be a very serious slasher horror movie. And it was terrifying. Right now, Predators are not terrifying. Predators are there as a side thing for your fucking comedy. What are you doing? Why are you doing this? Can you please stop it? Can you quit movies?
And the sequel bait on this is like
Oh,
so
shut
bad.
up.
It's also it almost reminds me of the Independence Day 2. What was the Resurrection or something? Independence Day Resurgence? No, I don't know.
I think
something
it
very
was something about
generic.
Reeler.
Yeah. So that or Pacific Rim 2. That's exactly same. Is sort of like, okay, now we can take fight to them. Wink, wink into camera, black screen, directed Shane Black. What? Please no.
Yeah, please don't. Please don't. Never do it again, please.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a very sad way to finish this podcast with. So I'm gonna ask you a question, Kuba. Was there something else that made you happy this summer? I mean, not in general, like, oh, my grandma made me a cake or something. But
mean,
more
in
like
movies related.
comics, games, series.
Yeah. I guess.
Good. Thank you very much.
And that's it. We get to see Batman's dick.
Oh, well, you and I have very different priorities in life.
I'm panicking. I'm just trying to think of something really amazing that happened. But yeah.
Okay, if it's not in movies or series, just say one thing that made you happy in the summer.
I got a dog.
Yay.
He's good. He's great. I love him.
What's his name?
Guru.
That's bad. He was supposed to be named Chewie. He kind of like looks like a
He
Chewie.
kind of looks like Chewie, but I'm going to tell you a really short story about how he got the name. Because his
Alright.
original name was Gero, and my friend...
Is that a Russian for hero? Geroi.
No. His name was Gero, and then my lady friend, who is a lady, said, I want
Thank you for clarifying that your lady friend is actually a lady.
And she said, I want to name him Guru, because she's spiritual and so on. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to call him Geralt. And I don't.
You chickened out.
What happened to you that was so good?
I climbed Mount Olympus in Greece. I visited the Greek gods.
Oh yeah, okay.
That was pretty amazing.
You walked into the footsteps of Kratos.
Yeah, probably.
Were you angry at the top?
No,
No, so you weren't following Kratos that much.
I opened a bottle of beer up there and I was like, yes!
Yes,
That's it.
If only Kratos could do that, I think things might have turned out differently, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Chill out, Kratos. Why are you so fucking angry all the time?
It was actually like this summer, I got way too much work to do.
Me
And
too.
I got so much things to do.
Yeah.
And I didn't really relax. And the movies were one of the little things that I could really enjoy and just like relax for a bit. Okay, I'm gonna sit in cinema for 2.5 hours or 3 hours in some cases, and just like chill out and don't think about the other duties or work.
Yeah.
Duties I have. Yeah.
You know what was the highlight for me of this summer?
Was that the time when you
No.
got the friction? Got to fight the friction?
That too, but also the time we did this podcast together.
The wedding was good. Is that still somewhere?
Fuck you! I was trying to do a nice thing for you.
Sorry.
And
go
you.
ahead. Oh, okay.
It's too late now. It's too late.
Rewind.
Let's end this podcast. I was trying to be emotional, but no. Anyway,
Now say it. Now I want to say. Hear it.
It's fun. I like this.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
Up top again.
Nice. Okay, so that's basically it. What did you think of the summer season of 2018? Did you like the movies that we talked about? Did you hate the movies that we talked about? Or did you already forget about the movies that we talked about? Because we certainly have about some of them.
Yeah, that's right. And what did you think about this episode? Was it good? Do you agree with us?
I think we had better ones.
Yeah.
That's very self-critical.
No, anyways, we do this podcast once in a while. It's more regular in Czech.
Yep.
But once in a while we do an English episode as well.
For our foreign friends.
Yeah, you can follow us on a Facebook as well, where we regularly post news from cinema industry or entertainment industry, if you wish.
From games, from TV shows,
Yeah,
from
just
movies,
like
and we also talk with the community about them. So
Yeah, so please help us spread the community. As I invented hashtag spread love, spread Imperial Pod.
yeah,
Is that good?
no,
No.
spread
Okay.
love. What are you doing?
Spread butter.
Spread your butt cheeks. Yeah,
Leave that for your lady friend, who is also a lady.
Cut this shit out, please.
No, I won't.
Yeah, cut it
No,
out.
I won't.
Yeah, cut it out.
So everybody knows who you truly are.
Yeah.
Anyways, this was Imperial Pod with
Yep.
a summer movies recap 2018. My name was Ricky.
My name was Jacob.
So please subscribe, share, like us, and tell your friends about us.
You're like a real YouTuber. Look
I
at
know.
you.
Yeah,
Nice.
I'm
Yeah.
getting good at it. Someone has to.
Yeah.
Which
No.
means... Oh, well,
No.
anyways.
No.
Imperial Pod is signing out. Bye-bye!
Bye.